Another one. I'm not a Christian myself, but Christianity is normally posited as a faith that's anti-gay. I mean, we have the gay and lesbian Mardi Gras every year in Sydney, and a year wouldn't go by when there's not a float mocking Christianities or the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence running up and down the street. Is that your view as well? Is Christianity an anti-gay faith?
Christianity is not an anti-gay faith, certainly not in the way that Islam is, although of course it's perfectly acceptable to say that one is, and nobody will dare say that the other is. I quite like the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, to be completely honest and clear, because they're so funny and bitchy and clever and waspish. That's the gay culture I like, and that's dying. There's not enough of that about. I just wish that they would pick better targets, because frankly, a nice Christian couple who don't want to bake a wedding cake for some lesbians seems to me to be a far weaker and easier, sort of low-hanging fruit target for comedy than jihadis, who are intrinsically hilarious. The clothes that the women wear are funny. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but the burqa is funny. You know, many of the things that Muslims do are funny. Many of the things that, you know, that ISIS is up to, the sort of homoeroticism of them all, you know, on a hill in Raqqa with the guns out and, you know, and firearms. You know, there's something funny about all of that, but no gay people are brave enough to address the subject. Well, I try to, because I think it's funny, and I think, you know, sometimes when horrific things happen, humor is the only way really to deal with that. As far as the supposed incompatibility between Christianity and gays, all I can really guess at is that the gay people who say this don't know many Christians or had bad parents, because just speaking historically, there was a time in Ireland, in the UK, and probably in every country with a sizable proportion of Catholics, when being gay was against the law, when the government would even chemically castrate you, in the case of Turing in England. What was the one institution that would take gay people in, ask them not to practice because they, you know, didn't agree with because they disagreed with the sin, but they loved the sinner? That was the Catholic Church and the clergy. Now, to my mind, I mean, in my experience, Christians, and in particular Catholics, which is the, you know, how I was raised, in particular Catholics have nothing but sympathy, compassion, respect, and understanding for people who are struggling, as they see it, with sin. That's quite a different approach to homosexuality to the one from Islam, which it seems to me to be more readily about throwing people off roofs and mowing down gay clubs in Florida than saying, you know what, I'd rather not bake a wedding cake, or I'd rather not send pizzas to your wedding. Christianity, I think, at least in the last couple of hundred years, and certainly in any of the lifetimes of anybody alive watching this program, is characterized best by compassion, understanding, and sympathy. Islam, I think, if you want to talk about a religion that is profoundly antithetical and hostile to homosexuality, I think is better characterized in the lifetimes of everybody watching this program as hateful, violent, homophobic, and a horror everywhere it appears. Now, some viewers are going to find that a very strong statement, but I'll just leave you with a couple of statistics to think about. 100% of British Muslims, polled by Gallup, they did 1,001 Muslims, and this is just a couple of years ago, and this is not Muslims in Syria or Raqqa, you know, this is not Muslims anywhere in the Middle East, this is British Muslims. 100% of them believe that homosexuality is an unacceptable lifestyle choice. Imagine what the percentage is for Catholics or for Christians. Don't think it's 100. And 52% of those Muslims believe that homosexuality, that homosexual sex rather, should be made illegal, that I should go to prison for my love life. Now, these are statistics you will not find anywhere in the Christian world. And so if I speak occasionally strongly about Islam, I simply encourage people to return to the numbers, look at the data, and when you see as I do, and laugh, as I do, at the absurdity in gay pride parades of queers for Palestine, and consider that 96% of Palestinians believe that homosexuality is an unacceptable lifestyle choice, ask yourself, is it the political left or the political right that is really acting in gay people's interests? And ask yourself, if Christianity is so bad, where are the Christians murdering gays? Because I can find you a hell of a lot of Muslims doing it. Christianity has some, you know, unfortunate history in many ways, as all religions do, but to suggest that it represents a threat to gay people living in the West is ridiculous. And to ridicule it and to pick it out, to single it out for you know, for the sorts of demeaning humour that happens at gay pride, not only ignores so much of a better target, but is also simply too easy. Gay people are better than that. You want to come to the world with ridicule and fun and mischief and whimsy and satire and waspishness. You want, do all of those things that make camp gay culture fantastic. There's a much bigger target out there. Have some bravery and do it.
Good, well, very well said.